going to be our first map. Anubis, Oasis, Dorado will be the maps to follow as we get things started here. Houston coming this one hot, man. 16-0 in their last 4 matches map-wise. I mean, yeah, their opponents weren't maybe the strongest teams in the league, but that's still respectable.
It is definitely respectable, and you have to pick up those clean series in order to get the big margins when it comes to map wins and map differential.
That's right.
That can put you over the top if you are tied in match score. But we're seeing a Houston Outlaws without their best player. I think there's no doubt that Linkzr has been the best player on this roster. He's not going to be in today because he is sick. Also, Mendo Kuzai is another backup DPS player who is currently waiting to get his wisdom teeth removed. So their options were very limited for the match this evening, and that means we will see Clockwork come in, who definitely has his work cut out for him.
Well, someone a little bit ago was like, Noah, Linkzr's sick. And I'm like, yeah, I know, right? He's awesome. They're like, no, he's actually sick.
Physically
like,
ill.
oh, man. That's a bummer.
Yeah, but especially since Houston is legitimately challenging for a stage 1 playoff seed right now. They need to come away with a win tonight. And
well, hey, this is where subs need to stand up, right? I mean, this is why you have subs on your roster. So when situations like this occur, you can still get the win. And it's on Clockwork. I think he had a pretty good showing in the preseason, honestly. So we'll see what he can do here.
Yeah, so Houston Outlaws is going to do a Numbani attack that we've seen from them last week, which is a triple DPS look that will have Raucus on the Soldier 76. The idea here is to poke with the Pharah and the Soldier, and then have Clockwork on the Tracer finish off a tank who's trying to choke out the main road. You basically bait them down there. They executed it very well for a quick cap last week, and we'll see if Clockwork can get the long flank that we saw Linkzr achieve.
We will find out. I'm excited to see Clockwork play again. I mean, this guy has such a history in FPS in general, and it's cool to see him on the stage.
Absolutely is. So Poke coming in. Clockwork is actually going with the rest of his team, not going for the flank. They're going to go right back on to Baby Bay.
Yeah, the dive is real cool, Matt. Almost really D-Mech there, but he gets back onto the point. Oh, gets D-Mech'd anyway. That could be a rough start. Bounty does go down. Houston Outlaws losing their Mercy and their Diva suit in the early seconds. Jake getting in there, getting aggressive. Goes for an aggressive kill on the Dak, but can't quite do it. So they clean up the push quickly. San Francisco shock holds, and Houston gets to reset.
That was, San Francisco knows the strategy that's going to come in from the side of the Outlaws.
It's handled well.
Yeah, they showed it previously, so they're not surprised by a pullback towards their support, so they're not going to get poked and picked off by the Tracer. And the Outlaws going to continue to roll with this for the time being. They're still coming through the main streets. It's exactly the same tactic as before.
Well, here we go. Rockets sneaking around the side. Be cautious here. Nomi in the thick of it, getting very, very low. There's a kill for Raucus. Getting rid of the Winston is big, but they lost Muma as well. Both Winstons out of commission for the moment. And Coolmat D-Mech again, this time by Dante's Pulse Bomb. Raucus has to take a little bit of a break because he doesn't want to get killed off by Baby Bay's Tactical Visor. And again, a strong hold, but crucially this time, 2 big ultimates used by San Francisco.
Yeah, Tactical Attack Visor used by San Francisco from Baby Bay to go ahead and clean up the point here. Houston still working their way up towards their own Attack Visor and the Valkyrie. They will be able to continue to eco-push into the point. Dante wants to get a flank off here and see if he can take out one of the supports early.
You'd think this would probably, this or the next one, be the one they really go for here. We'll find out. Baby Bay, of course, up on that high ground opposite side now, trying to fight it out with Clockwork, who has that pulse bomb available. Attack Visor comes in from Raucus. Baby Bay escaping from the fray for the moment. Nevic's taken out by Raucus after he pops that self-destruct. And maybe the Transcendence from Sleepy will be enough to keep them in this one. Coolmat D-Mech yet again. He's going to pop his own ultimate here. Meanwhile, Fanny floating above everything else, and the kills coming in for Houston Outlaws right now. Baby Bay goes down again, and that should be it. Yes, the payload will start floating towards its destination.
Yeah, definitely good to wait there until they got the Valkyrie up and then make the strong push into the point. The Valk is the big difference.
Yep.
That'll mean the Outlaws start to push this payload. They got it on their first push with this composition last time. Not so lucky this time. Raucus has to switch over to the Zenyatta now as they head towards a more standard composition.
Yep, pretty normal stuff here. Working wild. Staying on the outside. He was waiting for Dante there. Performing okay so far on this Tracer. Just fine. Sub-roll here. On the Outlaws, Coolmat charging ahead, just trying to create some space for that payload to keep moving. Nice heals onto Rockus to keep him up here. Pulse Bomb comes in. Mumat does get demeched, so they're without the Diva Suit for a little while here. Ooh, Muma really low on the other side. They get the kill onto Nomi, I meant. And that's a Winston out of commission now for San Francisco. Could be a problem. They're going to dive in. Banny does go down.
Yeah, that's the Valkyrie's going to trigger the attack here as they bring Muma back up with the resurrection.
Okay.
Some decent movement on the payload from the side of the Outlaws.
Yeah, do you think it was worth it using the resurrection? Do you think that was efficient enough from San Francisco?
I would have not have used the Valkyrie there.
Why
so
would we
I think
pick
they
Townsend?
probably held that for just a little bit longer.
I mean, one thing we have seen from Dak this season is that he is pretty quick on the trigger as far as the Mercy Ultimate
He
goes.
does have an itchy trigger finger when it comes to Valkyrie. I definitely agree with you.
Nice.
Itchy Q finger.
That is the Mercy trigger.
That's true. So what triggers the Mercy? That's the question.
I think we know what
I think we do
triggers
know
the
now.
Mercy.
We've recently found out. They're going to try to keep pushing here. Coolmat demexed yet again. And Jake pops out the tag visor, going to little room. Here he tries to contain them, but not quite working out. So they do create a little bit of space for the payload. Oh, but now the counter dive coming in for a moment from San Francisco. A couple kills, but now the Transcendence from Rockus keeps him in the game. Jake getting that healing. They need to keep him up, though. Trying to fire away Baby Bay, Soldier v Soldier. Finally, Jake takes a break in the room. Baby Bay in a little bit of trouble, getting low. And Coolmat, they're not going to go for it. Okay, yeah, they lost too many.
That was a huge investment from the Outlaws as well. Transcendence and their Valkyrie. And they can't win the actual fight on the payload. San Francisco stalling this out beautifully in the streets phase.
Well, we're actually seeing a great hold from San Francisco, yeah.
Well, even though, Dome, we have seen the Houston Outlaws win 3 out of 4 maps here on Numbani, last week it wasn't pretty. They only gave up 4 points out of all 8 maps last week, and all 4 were on Numbani. So this has been their weakest map recently.
Baby Bay down, Rockus finds a great couple orbs to the dome. Nevix on the run, nearly demech, turns around for some shots on the Muma. Coolmat once again, nearly demech. He is demech yet again, and Nevix gonna throw out his self-destruct. Any kills from that one? No, not quite. Muma jumps in. They've got San Francisco pushed back to the edge of the cliff there, but Nomi trying to get back into it with the Primal Rage. Got the kill on Bonnie. San Francisco looks like they will continue to hold, and now less than a minute remains for Houston Outlaws and their attack run.
Nomi gonna die at the end of this fight as he pushes them back into spawn. We'll have some chance to respawn here, but there will be a power play coming through from the Houston Outlaws. They will be able to exploit this. Dante's creeping around the backside right now, looking for a target.
Yeah. And Jake has it. Dante with the pulse bomb. Everybody's hiding right now for Jake's attack visor. Dak did go down early. Jake brought back up again by Bonnie. So an opportunity for Outlaws to push this one forward here. They're using their support ultimates to do it. They got to make some progress, man. 20 seconds. It is do or die for this push.
Looks like they are going to. All the members on the payload falling, so they will cap point B. And a lot of that from the Shock's perspective was the fact that Nomi overextended and died towards the spawn. It took him longer to get back there, gave the Outlaws an opportunity for a 5 versus 6 power play on the payload. They have to burn both their support ults to do it, but that is worth it.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, that just happens. You hold for so long, you get a little bit overeager at the very end, and that's when so many teams will take that point. You see it in the Overwatch League, and you see it in your own games on the ladder, too.
Yeah, Clockwork did a good job in this last fight, trying to take out Dak with the Pulse Bomb. He's looking for another opportunity right now. Dante going to start zoning him off back towards his team.
Yep. And Clockwork nearly has that Pulse Bomb again, and San Francisco kind of grouped up a little bit here. Now getting a bit more separated due to the Primal Rage. Oh, and Baby Bay has a Helix Rocket ready for Clockwork. Ooh, that one hurt.
Baby Bay's been performing exceptionally well in this game. A lot of poke onto the frontline tanks. He's dealing 30% of his team's damage right now. That's certainly on the high end for a DPS player.
No kidding. If they can just demech Nevix rather. Oh, he tries to go for the attack visor. That was very optimistic from Jake. I don't know about that one. They're going to go in with the Transcendence after the res comes through. Can they push back San Francisco again? We're down to about 25 seconds left. It's another do or die push for Houston Outlaws. Nomi does go down, but the res comes through immediately afterwards. So they got to keep pushing.
Well, not going to try for the self-destruct,
Mercy.
but it's not going to pick up any kills, and this is desperation time for the Outlaws. This is their last push.
Dax seems to be kind of zoned out from everybody here. Baby trying to get back into the action, and he can't quite do it. Clockwork does go down, though. Jake manages to dodge some shots, and now he's got to get out of the way. Oh, he gets the kill onto Dante. Dak falls as well. Houston may actually have a fight here.
That baby
I
face
think they
going to
might be able
switch
to do
up
it.
with a Genji actually just to get back to the payload a little bit faster.
comes the
Nomi is
respawn.
waiting in the wings. He's waiting right until the last second. You see him crouching on the side. Here he comes.
There he goes. He comes in right now. No health, though.
Serbian.
But it's enough time
Yep.
for Ebby to come back.
I think
Now
that
Jake,
this guy
he's
has
got
no
the
life.
Tech visor. This could be
Yeah,
the
me
ability
too.
that gets the payload all the way through. Lots of damage done there with that
But I like
Transcendence.
him.
They
He's
should
cute.
have this one locked
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
And
He's
Dima
trying
is
he's
tough
trying his best to
dislodge,
be
though.
funny.
There
Yeah.
we go. That should do it now. Houston
I appreciate
Outlaws
it.
will manage to
It's
finish
like,
the
oh
body
my
in
god,
overtime.
these idiots, they take 5 DPS heroes in Overwatch and computer games for fucking children. Oh my god,
That's
how
right,
this
and,
can
we've got
possibly
some
be.
scenes of the game to
Nice
check out.
video
Some
game.
Good communication from Houston back at point A. Let's check it out.
Big visor. Soldier low. Backing up. I'm holding up.
The thing that he don't know that we are grandmasters.
Two reses still. I got one.
I'll let the kid enjoying things.
Mercy rising. Nice. Mercy one. Done. Kill soldier.
Okay, I'm very close to get an ultimate.
Do I stay or is that?
And there you go. Just crisp communication, letting people know what you're doing. I mean, hey, you can take that and do it in your ladder games. I mean, when silence means losing.
Silent
Mine.
is the Overwatch killer, though.
That's right.
Remember that.
Silence is your SR killer.
And most of that communication, actually, that you guys heard, if you're not familiar with these players' voices, was Raucus calling targets, and he was the one talking very fast but clearly, getting the target selection in there and making sure people know which players were low. So a lot of the comms dominated in that team by a support player.
Now we flip side. So San Francisco Shock with
My
an
god,
opportunity
this Widow.
to try to equalize
This
the
Widow.
points of their own.
Kill
And
Lucio,
their
Lucio,
attack
Lucio,
run
Lucio's
here
in the
on
house,
Giovanni.
close to the...
And if
It
you
will
can
help
stop
if this guy
him, let's
heals.
win the map straight up. Otherwise, we're
Yeah.
going to time bank.
This guy is so good for this game. 3
Yep.
slow level guys.
I'm curious to see if
For these
Clockwork's going to
retards.
play anything except Tracer today.
I do wonder, yeah. I mean, in the past,
Oh,
like the long past, we've seen him play plenty of free, other hit scan, but you know, lately it has been mostly Tracer.
Yeah, and especially because the Outlaws tended last week to play a very interesting combination of Widow and Junkrat, which I don't think is ideal for Numbani on defense. So they're making some adjustments at the very least. Raucus, of course, playing that Ana while he can, and as you say, adjustments coming through. They saw the Pharah and decided that they were going to take a different approach.
Yeah, going for some hit scan from Baby Bay over on that Soldier 76 now. Shoot that Ana out, or the Pharah rather, out of the air.
Going to be a pretty straightforward attack. They're trying to
Dante.
isolate the tanks on the side, and that will be Dante surprisingly taken out by Jake.
Yeah, Jake's been pretty good as far as rocket accuracy goes. Some questionable ultimates, but he's certainly been able
Nice
to
healing.
put most of the damage where he should on that Pharah.
Oh my god, this Erika.
Optimistic high ground dive by the San Francisco attack when you're not running the
Don't die,
Genji,
don't die, Serbian.
you don't necessarily
I
have
must
die
enough
at least.
people to get up
I
on
must
the
die for the counter.
You're not gonna get the line
Oh,
of sight
since-
for the soldier who's going to be dealing most of your damage on
But it's
tanks.
okay.
Yeah, I have an ultimate as
Oh,
well.
that's a nice pickup.
So
You
wait,
know, I
wait,
think
wait.
Baby Bay's Helix Rocket
Wait.
connected there too, and that helped Dante finish him off. Nice,
Definitely did.
nice combo of damage there from the 2 DPS. And they're going to get some real progress on this control meter here, especially with that tac visor. Yeah, trying to hunt
Nano
down
boost on the
Tracer.
Puma, though.
Gotta run away. Yeah, that Winston is a scary prospect to fight against. Baby Bay thrown back yet again. Primal Rage coming in. Oh,
I'm getting
Puma
0
with
kills.
his own Primal
Yeah,
Rage.
no,
Takes
Not really.
another
I
amazing
get kills,
San
so I don't
Francisco.
need them as
And
much.
so Houston Outlaws will continue to hold.
And talking about
It's okay,
he's a player that's
he's
Yeah,
talking
he's
about
recording,
low.
he's recording. Yeah.
the last couple of weeks we've had in the Overwatch League has come into his own, particularly when he's ulting. He was pretty bad in terms of Primal Rage statistics when we saw him in his first week. That was when the Outlaws were in a lot of turmoil. And we'll talk about
Oh boy! Wow, he goes for the barrage,
Funny
gets
guy.
Baby Bay, but gets taken out himself. Not sure if that was worth it as Baby Bay comes right back up again. Dak with that Valkyrie. trying to keep his team in this push. They're not giving up yet. And Clockwork down. There goes Muma. I think a little bit